family can be very much overwhelming, especially when the constant emphasis on marriage becomes a daily reminder. In this movie titled All the Glitters, we see how this pressure led to unexpected decision. All right, the saying that goes, all that glitters is not gold rings true. A certain situation forces individuals to make choices they might never have considered. Have you ever encountered a stranger in desperate need and you just have to guard your fears and offer a listening ears? Ladies and gentlemen, it is very exhausting. Before we get right in, welcome back to Substance TV. I am Substance, the girl with the movie scope, here to deliver the hottest facts and the truth about films. On this channel, we dive deep into movie reviews, explore real-life connection from cinematic stories, and share captivating narratives. Join me as we uncover the magic behind the silver screen and connect it to our daily lives. Don't miss out on our latest insights and engaging content. Hit that subscribe button and be part of our movie-loving community. So guys, the movie All the Glitters talks about how a young man faced relentless pressure from his mother to marry a woman she chose for him without considering his feelings. And this lady his mother chose happened to be someone she met at a store that was nice to her. Okay, the lady acted so nice, so cultured, so respectful, and in her head, she had already judged the lady as someone that would be good enough for her son as a wife. All right, so she gave the lady her contacts that she should call her. And then this woman started putting pressure on her son to marry this lady, okay? Marry this lady, she's good for you, this and that. And because of the pressure from the mother that was messing with his mind, messing with his brain, he had to run to a total stranger he had met once and ask that she pretends to be the woman in his life, with the hope that by introducing the stranger as his girlfriend, his mother would realize that the woman she had chosen for him isn't good enough, or the lady herself would step aside. But that wasn't the case. And guys, in a twist of fate, the young man's unconventional decision ends up working out better than he had expected. Talking about the characters, we have Christian Ochiaga, who played the character of John. So he was the rich man that was really pressured by his mother to get married, okay? He was well-to-do, typically prepared to start a family, okay, if he wanted to. All right, we also have Sonia Uche playing the character of Amaka. So Amaka happened to be a girl whose identity was made unknown. All right, she literally was a very strict person, very focused minded person, and she acted as a tomboy, basically mingling with, boys. You don't see her around ladies, you only see her with guys. Those are the people she rolls with. All right, so John happened to meet Amaka for a help. Like, his mother became a thorn in his flesh, wanting him to settle for someone he didn't love at all, or someone he didn't even know at all, okay? So he was battling with that, always telling his mother that he cannot deal with, her excesses, and she forcing her choice on him. All right, so he was exhausted. He wasn't having peace in his own house. It was always marry thing. It felt like a daily reminder in his house, guys. It was really hectic. All right, so he begged Amaka, like he really begged Amaka to help him out, and Amaka was like, guy, I don't know you, what's the problem, why are you bothering me? Guys, I need to say this, okay? This is literally a culture here on Substance TV. I need to applaud Sonia Uche for an excellent performance. Guys, she did justice to her character. Like, she literally made me laugh. She made me laugh all through while I was watching that scene where he was begging her to act as his girlfriend. Sonia is an exceptional actress. She made it look believable. She made it look so real. All right, and the point where he was bugging the girl, bugging her, and she just had to guard her fears and give him that listening ears. He got the chance to speak to Amaka, and he showed Amaka the picture of the lady his mother brought for him to marry. And Amaka got interested and decided to play along. John brought her to his house, started living as boyfriend and girlfriend. That lady, Melody, whom John's mom brought for her son, became jealous of Amaka's presence, okay? She was threatened by Amaka's presence. So she started seducing John, doing all she could to get his attention, but John kept his guard. He never lost guard, all right? He would always chase her away and make her feel inferior for selling herself cheaply to him, all right? So it continued that way, and Amaka became a thorn in this lady's flesh. She was always in her matter, always strategizing, planning, thinking, knowing the right step, the right thing to do. Amaka was really focused on what she came to do in the house. John's mother, on the other hand, never liked Amaka at all, saying that Amaka is not the right person for her son. So guys, one fateful day, Melody's boyfriend came to visit her in John's apartment with a bag. Alright, he planned on staying in his apartment for like few days so that their mission in the house would be accomplished faster. John's mother saw the young man in the house and asked who he was, and he introduced himself to be Melody's cousin. So this woman literally allowed him to stay in the house till when he was ready to leave. Guys, she literally allowed a stranger into her son's house to stay. Guys, when John came back and saw the young man and realized that he was related to Melody, he was pissed. He was angry with his mother for allowing total strangers into his house. Okay, he was really, really mad at his mother. Guys, this was where it struck. So it happens to be that in their house, that guy and Melody were making love. In that same house, they were planning to execute John just to gather what they need to gather and run away, as they usually do. Alright? As I said, Amaka was there. She was strategizing. She was, following them, pumper to pumper, knowing their next move, knowing the step to follow. Okay, so these people planned to poison John. She had prepared the food for him, put it in the dining, and asked him to come eat. Knowing it to them that Amaka had already known their plan. Okay, so she left the house, and when John was about to eat, John called Amaka's line to know where she was. And Amaka told John not to eat any food, that the food had been poisoned, that he should lock everywhere so they won't run away. Woo! John was scared. They overheard his conversation on the phone and wanted to run, but John caught them and he locked the door up, left them in the room, and was surprised. Like he was in awe to know that this was actually what they planned to do to him in his own house. Then Amaka came in with some group of men. His mother was already in the house by that time, and Amaka reintroduced herself as a detective to the shock of everyone. Yes, guys. And then she stated that she and her team had been working tirelessly to apprehend Melody and her boyfriend, who were notorious criminals involved in various crimes for a long time and were on the wanted list. She informed John that she had decided to help him after he showed her the picture of Melody, the criminal she and her team had been working to apprehend. John was thankful to her for her help and also told his mom to her face that, you see, this is the kind of woman I would have ended up with. The woman you chose for me, guys. That woman was really, really sorry. She begged her son that he should forgive her. Okay, and that was how the movie ended so beautifully. Ladies and gentlemen, aside from the fact that this is a movie, we also see this in reality. It happens in families. This kind of pressure is happening in some families. Parents pressuring their children to marry, give birth to children for them, I don't know, sometimes the way they pressure these children, okay, it makes the children make bad choices, wrong decisions in a partner. And at the end of the day, when they start having problems in their marriages, these same parents will tell them that marriage is not a bed of roses. This is your husband. You need to learn to live with this kind of man. You need to learn to understand him. Some parents are I would say some parents are myopic minded, okay, because most of our parents are more or less rigid. Okay, the knowledge they have about marriage isn't the same knowledge that we have right now, because we now are exposed. We, the 21st century generations are exposed. But many parents do not want to hear this, okay? Whenever they even hear their child saying that they are more exposed than they are, they get offended. But it's true because this 21st century, we are more or less out there. There is social media, there is internet where we get to see what's happening. We make decisions for ourselves. We make mistakes and we learn from our mistakes, unlike our parents. And mind you, I am talking about the African parents, okay? African parents in quotes. When in the older generation, their parents give them out in marriage, okay? And they will tell you that you have to live with that man whether you like it or not. Okay, he's your man, you stick to him. But right now, people have known that as a woman, I do not need to be treated this way. As a man, I do not need to be treated this way. I need to have that respect from my wife. Okay, my wife needs to give me that respect I deserve. All right, so right now, I feel like a lot of us mindsets are now exposed than our parents. Our parents believe in one thing: your husband is your husband. Okay, no matter what is going on in your family, stick to him. But right now, it's not the case. Okay, so that's basically it. And you see this pressure of parents always putting pressure in children. Go and marry, go and marry. It is not right. Parents, we the children. Yes, let me speak. Substance is saying this, that please do not pressure children into marriage. Okay, I feel like the best thing you should do to children is to advise, because we listen to advice more, okay, than you pressuring or forcing your own choice on us. Okay, so guys, let me tell you a story of someone I know very much. Okay, so there is this family that has three daughters. Okay, the first, the second, and the third girl. Now, the second girl is married with children, the third girl just got married, and the first is yet to be married. And know that it is not anybody's fault. Okay, you cannot beg a man to marry you. A man will come and ask you for marriage. You cannot force things. You cannot just say, I want to be with this person, or let me just get pregnant for this person. No. Alright. Especially when the person has morals. Okay, so the first girl is not married yet, but this particular first daughter cannot make decisions or cannot say something in the house without her father trying to put it on her that she doesn't have the right to speak in his house as far as she's not married. Okay, to the point where someone introduces a man to the girl, and she finds out that this man is not all it. He's not well mannered. He speaks to her anyhow. Okay, he just looks down on her because of her stature, alright, her stature. So her father is of the opinion that he should marry the man no matter what. Marry him. You can't live in my house. You can't. This man made these girls stay in the house in living hell, that she had to run away from the house. And before she did that, she told the man, Father, what's the problem? Why are you bent on frustrating me? Why do you want me to get married to this man when I don't even like him, when he's not even the right person for me? And the man kept on telling the daughter that you need to get married or you leave my house. So this girl had to leave the house because of the torture. All right, it's getting too much. And if she continues to stay in such environments, all right, it will lead her to just settling for less. And that is what we do not want for ourselves. Okay, we want to enjoy marriage. People say marriage is not a bed of roses, but I, Substance, have literally seen marriages that I envy. I have seen marriages that is beautiful. And why can't people make decisions and have such a beautiful marriage? Okay, families should learn to look at the bright side of marriage and bring examples or create examples from successful marriages rather than hammer on failed marriages. So guys, that is literally that with that. And thumbs up to this story for shocking me. Thumbs up to this story for calming me down, because I literally thought that this would end up being a romantic movie where we see that the favor that was done would eventually make them fall in love with each other. But that didn't happen. Guys, they shocked me. They really, really shocked me, and I enjoyed this movie. If you haven't seen All That Glitters, what are you waiting for? This is an amazing story. Sonia Uche killed her role. She was wonderful. Fantabulous did really well, and Christian also killed his role. He was really, really great. He pulled his character to perfection, and that was beautiful. And every other person who acted in this movie made this movie a beautiful one. So, guys, that is basically all for today's video. Thank you so very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please do also like, share, and subscribe to Substance TV for more amazing movie reviews. See you guys in my next video. Until then, stay splendid.